2, 1. Welcome to the Forex Trading Show. Forex trading live every weekday morning. Real trades, real profits, zero analysis. Set back, relax, and get ready to profit. And now, your host, Terry from FXWithTerry.com.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, slight delay there. Having some computer issues. Welcome to the 21st century? I don't know. I am a little behind the 8 ball here. Had to do a computer restart. So as you see, there's no trades on the screen. There will be temporarily. If you'd like to make a call, please hang up. All right, give me a second. I'm going to launch something here on my end. It'll probably come up. Let me pause. Go to the pause screen. Stand by. Let me see if this is going to work. I am just... hey, look. Worked the first time. It never works the first time. All right. Pull up the account here. I'll share it with you. A lot we could talk about today. We'll see what I get to. I'm excited about what's coming up in 2025 for us, for the feeds, for how we're going to do it to help people in, I believe, what's considered the best way possible. People messaging me. Let me make sure that's not coming through. Okay. Sharing screen now with my robotic voice. Here we are. Free trade signal. There's no volume in the market right now. It's no big deal. Merry Christmas. 5 days out. Actually, I guess, 4 days out? 4 or 5 days out, something like that. What is it, the 20th today? Yes, it is. This is the trade. You can see it's hanging in there from yesterday. We entered this at the beginning of the week, I believe. Actually, I believe we entered this. Let's look at the date here. The entry was on the 21st. Hold on here. Something doesn't look right. 12/19. 12/12. Are you kidding me? You're kidding me, right? Let's look at this. This just shows you what's going on with the market. There they are taking over. I don't know why it does that now. It's showing events and stuff. Of course, I can't get rid of it. So let's see. We've been in this trade for exactly a week and a day. Unbelievable. We entered this trade on the 12th. It has gone absolutely nowhere. But that's not a factor of my algorithm. It's a factor of the market doing absolutely nothing. Kind of a good example of, people coming to my group and going, okay, I'll try your system, right? But I've had someone say this number to me, so it's in my head. They've said it pretty recently. What do I need to do to make $400 a day? I'm like, I don't know, be reincarnated? There is no daily profit. You can look back over 30 days or 90 days or a year and divide what you earned and go, well, that's about what I'm making per day, but that's not real at all. If you sit there and say you want to make $400 a day, you make $20 one day and $2,000 the next, and then 72 the next, and 14 the next, and then 1,500 the next. Like, this is not some sort of, oh yeah, the market just moves in this perfect wave and everybody's getting rich. No, it's not happening. I think probably the biggest thing on my mind right now, and you will hear me say this 100% moving forward. You'll hear it all at 2025. You ready? You ready for a prequel to 2025? If you consider Forex trading an investing strategy, I use that word loosely. If you look at investment strategies, all of them, but look at the standard ones: stock investing, mutual funds, index funds, S&P 500. If you look at all that standard stuff, here's what you have to ask. You can go Google it. I don't think you'll get as direct of an answer as you would if you went and asked people that were doing that kind of stuff. They're getting 3% returns, 4%, 7%, 9%. That's what they're getting. Here's a word that I want to put after that: yearly. Okay? Gold ETF investors, or I've seen a commercial like this running all the time on TV. Mostly when I walk into the old man's house because he's staring, at Fox News, and they're running some sort of commercial with a guy on his yacht, and it says invest in gold. Average APR 4.57%. What? An annual percentage yield of 4.57% on gold? What? Trading Forex? I if I could, I'd run a commercial on Fox News where I'm like, 4.5% on a gold ETF? What the fuck? We're doing that a day, right? Probably wouldn't say that. Here's what I could say. 4.5% a year on gold ETF. You can do 4.5% a month on Forex. Pretty conservatively. Absolutely. The big players out there advertising the $20,000 licenses and robots and training that doesn't compete with me because I crush what they have. Just the level of simplicity, right? They're promising, I hate to use the word, they're certainly espousing, they're saying 10% a year. I'm sorry, I fucked that up. They're actually, I've seen the ads on Facebook. They're saying 10% a month. Okay. Is that real? Maybe if you have 100 people using your system, it's real for 1 or 2 of them. The rest of them are over leveraging, over trading. So it leads me into this, which is what's coming up in 2025 as we sit here and look at the free trade that we've been holding on to for a week. The thing that I would advise you to do, and I'm probably not using the right words because I'm not advising you to do anything. What's a better way? I really need to think about positioning and stuff because, we're talking about financial type stuff. I'm certainly not certified to do that, maybe more qualified than some people. The concept should be done like this. Take one of my quality automations, put it on an account at the minimum lot size, and let it do its thing for the year. Just let it do its thing. The more you have in your account, the more you shouldn't bid, is my point. Because here is the trader's journey. Okay? I wonder if I can do something here. Give me a second. I'm gonna try something. Yeah, let me go to pause. I'm gonna try something here. Hold on. Just want to give you a little bit of a visual. It's gonna take me a second to open up something like what we're seeing here. Let's try this. I'll share this with you. Let me get this set up on my desk properly so I can see it. Let's talk about the trader's journey. The trader's journey is, let me see if I can draw some stuff here. Let's draw the beginning of the year here and the end of the year over here. Okay? Just a timeline. The trader's journey is to come in to, and let's just use my algorithm. Let's use my algorithm, my system, because I know this for a fact, right? People start trading and they're moving through the days and the months and they're like, this system's really good. That's all they hear in their head. Look, every trade is winning. Wow. I'm going to jack up my bid size. Here's what they aren't hearing. They aren't watching my daily live. They aren't hearing something I'm saying right now as an example, which is the market is flatter than flat. Did we get the floor drop out from under us in the stock market, which affected gold, which affected US 30, affected some pairs? It just dropped through the floor, right? We will glance at gold today. Is it going to come back? It looks like it is. In fact, I heard some sentiment today. I know I'm getting off on a fucking rant here. Work with me. Heard some sentiment actually yesterday that said if today's up, then we'll continue that upward movement. When I say up, let's just talk about gold right now. That we'll continue that upward movement in the next week. That feels good. That's it. I'd like to have a nice holiday week next week. So anyway, average trader comes in. They start, let's say they started on January 1st. The line I'm drawing on the screen is a little bit pointed up. Just a little, just tiny a little bit up. So they're like, this is great. I'm going to jack up my bid. Okay. So what they then do is they're up here like, holy crap, we're crushing it. So they jack up their bid maybe a little bit more. Take some more risk. So now they're up here, right? And the algorithm keeps trading. Things keep happening. And they're doing good, right? Doing really good. Now we're here. They're excited. Fucking crushing it. They started out with a $10,000 account, let's say. We're halfway through the year here. Okay, it's the halfway point. You like my straight lines? Yeah, I'm not intoxicated. I'm drawing with a mouse. Halfway through the year, so now they're at, let's call it 18K up here. So how much are they up? 80% for the year? Feels good. Absolutely possible. I see this. This is the trader's journey. Now, most of the time, since I'm laying this out over a year, guess what? This happens over 6 weeks, 8 weeks. But I'm going to do it over the year. I'm being nice. I'm giving you some breathing room so you can see the visual. What happens is there's a week or two period in here where the market does this. It retraces. And there they watch it. They watch it. It's going to come back. I mean, it's always come back. Look back over here. Look what it has done. It's always done this. It's doing this. It's doing this. It's doing this. They wake up in the morning with $19 left in their account. So they were up 80%. Now they're down to $19. What percent is that? 99% down. This happens to everyone because it is this. I just have to say this. Fucking ignorance over there to not listen to what I'm saying, to just push it to the limit, okay? Because they're like, hold on, over here, this guy over here, the average investor is doing, let's call it 8%, okay? That's a very realistic number. I'm not going to lie. You could go out. I mean, I don't give a shit if that's 29%, okay? You won't get there because you were already up 80% over here. You were up 80% over here. And you lose it all. What's the point? Now you've lost not only your 80% profit, you risked your entire balance plus the 80% that you gained. Everybody does it. It's the trader's journey. It is the trader's journey. I've done it. I've done it quite a few times. I'm not any better than anybody else. Only reason I could be any better at this point than anyone else is I experienced the colonoscopy that I got from Forex. The colonoscopy is somewhere in this area, okay? When the market moves and you move it all. But let's start over, okay? Where is the menu on this? I guess I got to flip it to get to that, and then let's go back. Here's what I want for you. You know what I'm doing here, but I have to say this because what I just showed you is what everyone does. You are going to over leverage and trade your account. In fact, it's designed to sucker you in. Come on in, sucker. Come on. Keep increasing your bid. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Compound those profits. Fuck yeah. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Yeah, keep them coming. Keep them coming. They're out there looking through their binoculars. Ah, this dumbass is increasing his bid. Holy shit. Yeah, we'll take him out in August. Don't worry about him. We'll take him out in August, right? And that's exactly what they do. However, let me show you Let me show you what I would do. Let me show you what I've learned to do. Let me show you what I'm evolving into. And listen, I don't give a shit if this was my idea yesterday. I'm sharing it with you. Okay? I am having a lot of great ideas out here masterminding with some members, and it just keeps me in the loop, and I'm a solo entrepreneur. Typically I'm in my box of life, and all I'm thinking is what I'm thinking. All right? Sometimes you got to get out of that box. So here is what you could do. You could start out at the beginning of the year at a 0.01 lot size. And I'm making this shit up as I go, but I'm defining this so you understand. And let's say you've got a 5K account. Okay? This kind of fits into, like, why are we changing this up? We just talked about 10K. What about 5K? Follow me here because I'm planting a seed. I'm going to give you a mind virus that's good for you, right? I'm going to give you a mind virus that's good for you. So you trade that 5K with one of my algorithms, and you slowly grow, okay? You slowly grow for the year, and you get to that exact same goddamn day, let's call it in August, where the price tanks. And when I say day, let's just say this goes for a week, okay? They tank the price. Let's say they go down. They could also go up, right? You could be in a sell and they go up. You could be in a buy and they go down. But let's just say they tank it right here. Here is when it separates the men from the boys. Your account, and I'm just going to finish out the rest of the year through this horrible, horrible day or few days or week of the market tanking. Here's what your account does. Okay? And you get to the end of the year at, say, 12%. Okay? Very realistic numbers. And I'm making these up. This isn't a promise. This is what you're going to do. So here's what Terry knows. I'm over here with some binoculars, some night vision goggles, some experience, and I know this day is coming. And do I want to take the risk and guess when the hell it is and be way up here? Fat, dumb, ignorant, and fucking happy? And then in the middle of the year, I lose it all and end up down here? You love my drawings? I look like a 3-year-old drawing, right? Or, let's reverse some of these drawings I just put in here. Or would you like to have enough equity, balance, and conservative risk in your account to go into a little bit of drawdown here and end up, because this is what my algo does. You've got to use a little bit more money, goes in a little bit of drawdown. There's no danger of losing your account here. Maybe your margin level percent's 900. You're fucking taking naps at that level. Okay? It's going to handle it. No big deal. You end up the next week, everything's recovered. You're in more profit over here than you were over here. And you finish out the fucking year with 12%. And are you ready? Here's the fucking miracle. God, I get chills when I'm about to show you this. You end up at 12% and what? Your original 5K balance. Fuck. What? It can't be. There's no way it can be that way because your brain won't let it be that way. I want you to be that way. I wish you could be that way. I wish you'd fucking listen to me. If you need income, and I know I lived in this world forever until I realized there was zero consistency to this fucking market. There is conservative trading with quality algorithms, which is what I provide, and you end up at the end of the year with a nice profit that is most likely keeping or outpacing what the hell would happen in mutual fund, index funds, so on and so forth. Now, what's interesting is, let's say you got 5 years of that, okay? And you take this 12% gain, and I'm making these numbers up. This isn't a promise. You could do a lot more. You could do a lot less. It's a concept. You take that 12%, okay, over 5 years, and you hold it in BTC. Again, random. I haven't run the calculation. We can do this. I will. But what would that be? 12% over 5 years, those profits held in BTC. You did some dollar cost averaging. You withdrew your profits weekly, bi-weekly. You held it in BTC. Your percent of return could be in the high double digits. It could be in the triple digits. It could be 50%, 100%, 150%. That's what Bitcoin's doing. Is this investment advice? No, this is gambling advice. Gambling, when you grab onto that car door and open it up, gambling. When you wake up in the morning and walk across the slippery kitchen floor with a banana on it, potentially fall, split your head open, get a concussion, lose your memory, that's gambling. You're gambling with everything, if you want to use that word. But I'm going to send this message pretty hard moving forward because I really am tired of seeing you guys blindly do what I said before, where you start out over here and you just let it rock up to here and you're like, holy shit, we're getting rich. I'm doing 80, I'm doing 200, I'm doing 300% at the end of the year. And what you really got at this 300% level up here is you really got $12 left at the end of the year, because it took you out right here. Happens every year, happens every time, happens to everyone. If you want this middle area here to happen in the negative way a lot faster, which is mostly, like the timeline I'm showing you here is usually about 8 weeks. Maybe 3 months. I'm stretching out over here. But if you want this to happen faster, I mean, certainly bid more. Certainly over leverage. Certainly when it starts to go down like this, and you're getting trade, the algorithm scaling in. What I want you to do is just sit there and stare at it and go, maybe like try to blow it back up. Then start screaming, right? It's just a terrible place to be. I'd rather see you get in those scenarios where here I am over here looking forward with my binoculars going, I know what's going to happen. I don't know when. I don't know why. But it's going to happen. Absolutely, it's going to happen. But it doesn't have to happen. And you could bid conservatively enough. And then here comes the buzzword. If you had a portfolio of automations running on a handful of accounts, your level of protection, because you're not trading the same algorithm, and frankly, I don't pump out, I don't give out algorithms that just blow an account at the minimum lot size in 3 weeks, no matter how much you have in there, right? If you have a 10K account, wouldn't you rather leverage 5K of it and end up at the end of the year with your 10K account plus a percentage gain? Like Forex, the only reason Forex is burning anybody is you all got get rich. Get income, get rich. Money for nothing, chicks for free. I just have to tell you that I have, and I kind of came across this literally last night just looking at things. I have at least a half dozen algorithms that you could put on a 3 to 5K account at 0.01 lot size, and they would survive all year long, no matter what the market's doing. They would. But you won't do it because you're going to look at what it made last night and go, shit, it only made $3.45. I need to get rich. So maybe it is smarter to start using, like, this is investing. This isn't getting rich. This is investing your money and getting a realistic return at the end of the year on it. Maybe what I'm saying, and it's typically my fault, maybe what I'm saying is just not something you're interested in. No, fuck. If I can't get rich, why am I doing it? You could get rich, potentially, if you step back and look at this entire thing. You're going to be richer than the guy that blows his account in 3 months if you can hold on to a conservative account for 5 years and hold that in an investment that will exponentially grow. Forex is not an exponential, it's not an exponentially growing concept. And you're like, what? Here's why. Because you're going to get that FU candle, I don't care what pair you trade, they're going to push it so far that you're going to lose accounts. If you had a portfolio of 4 accounts at $5,000, so you got 20K or 5 at 25K, is your 25K at risk? Yes. If you have 4 or 5 different algorithms on that amount of money, you have what's called a diversified portfolio, like they do in investing. Absolutely. If one of those algorithms on a different currency pair across 5 accounts starts to get a little haywire, you got a little bit of time to maybe hedge out of it, or maybe do some protections. Maybe you take $1,000 loss in that $5,000 account. But everything else is up for the year. And if you took $1,000 loss in the $5,000 account, maybe that was your profit. So you're hanging in there. You get to the end of the year, you still got your 25K, you're up X percent. You've been holding in a BTC, which does what? Numbers averaging 155% a year. This is where I'm headed with the whole thing. And I'm almost at a point where I'm just going to be like, yeah, here it is. Here's what your account balance should be. Here's the algorithm that I'm providing. Bid a minimum lot size. Let it roll, bro. See where we're at the end of 12 months. If we get into any danger areas, I'm watching all of this shit. I'll be like, well, a little bit of a danger area here on this algorithm, on this trade, on this pair. Let's see what we can do. I'm there to support you. But if you have 5 accounts at 5K and you're running the exact same algorithm on all of them, you're not really diversified. You're not really. So do I have that many algorithms I could run? And if I do, why have I not provided those up to this point? I've had a certain flavor in my brain of the kind of algorithm that I want to provide to people. And I need it to provide a certain amount of profit in my head and have a certain success rate. However, there's absolutely the function of running an algorithm at a 0.01 lot size that'll hang in there for the entire year. It'll seem slow and low during times like this, and it will seem amazing and come nowhere near blowing itself out in the middle of the summer when AUD/JPY decides to tank. Maybe you shouldn't even be trading that pair. Speaking of that, one of the things I'm going to come out with is this let's just make it a concept instead of trying to get specific. I trade 22 currency pairs in my algorithm. You could, listen to me carefully, pick any one of those and trade it exclusively on an account. You could create your own portfolio. You could trade any one of those pairs exclusively on an account at the minimum lot size, and it would survive all year. I'm going to run some data, and I think this is probably the case. It would probably survive all year, one currency pair at a 0.01 lot size, on potentially $1,000 to $5,000 account. It would. I know for a fact, and I will run this data, AUD/USD is a very stable pair, gets good movement, low volatility, low drawdown, typically. Doesn't mean they can't jack it up one time during the year, but typically. And if you ran AUD/USD on an account every day for the entire year, you would get a feel for what's possible, whatever percentage that is. But what I would like to see you do is I'd like to see you trade and end up at the end of the year where you started at the beginning, end up at the end of the year with your original fucking balance. Can we do that? Because guess what everyone does when they blow out their $1,200 account trading gold at $1 per pip? They quit. I'm just tired of quitters. I'm tired of people losing their money. I'm tired of the expectations being, Jesus Christ. Can I do 300% a month on a freaking account? Absolutely. Risking it all, staring at my phone. Can I do it consistently? Hell no. I'm going to blow something, right? We'll go look at some results where I'm attempting to do that. So Mark says, this is exactly what I do. I have my money spread across multiple accounts ever since the GJUJ fiasco, which was like, what, last year, right? 2023? Yeah, I get it. And so one of the things I'm going to come out with, and I'll just plant a little bit of a seed, been talking about this, is a level. If you're a current license holder, you'll have access to this, but moving forward, license holders will be that level will be considered potentially what I'm calling portfolio trading. You would get access to multiple algorithms, each self-contained inside themselves, that are designed to trade at a minimum lot size continuously for the entire year on X number of dollars. And that's what you do. That's your strategy. It's not going up and jacking up your bids. It's not. You could look at your entire profits for a year and go, wow, this is pretty amazing. And then jack up your bid for the next year and lose it within 90 days. You have to give these algorithms room to breathe and money to trade with. People out there running their $5,000, $10,000 account or their $1,000 account at a 300% margin level all the time. My algorithm will impress the hell out of you. You'd be like, this thing crushes. You could probably take any account and jack the bid up for a week and crush it. I hope it's not that week where something like AUD/JPY pushes 40 trades deep and you lose it all. Listen, I'm not saying that even a 0.01 could have survived that. However, if that was one piece of your algorithm, one piece of your portfolio, and I'm literally creating these portfolios that copy to you. If I'm watching it, we probably could have caught it a hell of a lot earlier, or it would have already had my auto hedge on it. You know what I mean? It would have already had my auto hedge on it. So that level of diversity, and also the puppet master, which is me. Do you see the strings? No strings. I'm doing it invisibly. The puppet master can help through some of that stuff. So a little bit of a Friday rant there. Suck it up, man. I'm trying to give the world some value here. Let's go run through some accounts. It's the end of the week. Not a lot of volume. Pause screen here. Let's just jump around. I'll look at my account list and tell you what we're looking at. Let's just jump around here. Let's go on to this next one. This is a test account that I'm currently running. Do not be afraid at the numbers you see. This is my one profitable pair feed. It trades one pair to profitability. Always ends in a net profit. I am jacking this thing up at a level that you wouldn't do. But you can see my bid here. My base bid is 1.0, $10 per pip. I started this as a $10,000 account. It's made over $2,000 this week. Okay. It's insane. But it is a proof of concept because the next, if GBP USD goes into a third trade, my auto hedge system will kick in. And it will take, the third trade is probably going to take that margin level percent there at the top. It's probably going to take it down to 800. Okay. But when my hedge comes in right after that, it'll jack it back up over 1,000 probably. So that auto hedge, AH, will protect this account. It can and will show some losses on a hedge if price action is crazy. It's designed to hold on to that and protect the account. So if you go look over here, I traded one pair. It's just one continuous pair. EuroCAD, we were in a trade. It closed last night at $124.68 profit. That's a respectable profit. But let me click the week sort at the top there. It's made $1,938 in this week. I launched it at the beginning of the week. I also put this on a test account where I'd taken a bunch of losses, but we had about a $10,000 account. So for the week, I'm up $2,400. It's outrageous, right? That's a 24% gain in 1 week. Am I promising you that? No. You probably can't do it. You don't have the stomach for it. It's easy to do it on demo, right? It's easy to talk to the mirror, but then when you get in front of a real person, you're like, it's different. You don't have the emotions. and I still have emotions for trading, but I look at this and I'm looking at the data. This will be a really nice trade. I can't imagine a scenario, unless the price action is so crazy, I can't imagine a scenario where this auto hedging on trade 3, maybe I should start auto hedging trade 2. We'll see. I could auto hedge trade 1. I don't think I want to get into the hedge that early. But if this survives and I can manage this into survival at a 1.0, 2.0 lot size, and it's making a couple grand a week on in the slow market. Imagine what it would do if this market was moving. It'd probably be doing 50% a week, mathematically. Am I promising that again? No. But certainly proof of concept. So I'm excited to share this with you as it plays out. Because if I can make it survive at a base lot size of 1.0, certainly I could do a 10K account at a 0.50, 0.70, right? Somewhere in that range. Certainly possible. So let's go to the completely the other side of this. Let me show you an account where I'm trading my entire algorithm with auto hedge applied to the entire algorithm. Here it is. And this is pretty impressive. All of this is high risk. But let me show you this. So here I am, the entire algorithm, I put it on a 10K account at a 0.07 lot size, which is when I created this about 4 years ago. You could bid the entire algorithm at a 0.07 base lot size and do 20 to 40% a month. That was the stability of the market. Who was president? I can't remember. I think the guy's name started with a T. Does Obama start with a T? No, it's not. Wasn't Obama. Was it Hillary? No, that starts with an H. Was it? But no, Bush is a B. I think it was Trump. Yeah, it was Trump. DJT, dog. Those were really nice times. Maybe we're getting into those times again. Who knows? Inauguration coming up in 30 days. Excited to see that. Excited to see it move the market. But this is the full algorithm with auto hedge engaged. And the market, it's unfair for me to show you this because the market right now is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I test this stuff because I learn at a level from this very high, and you reap the rewards. All right. I got the comments covered up, so I see you guys talking over here. Rohit says, please learn me to recover loss. How about you just reduce your bids and use a good algo like I'm providing? You don't have to lose. The only reason you're losing is because you're over leveraging and overbidding and or manually trading. That sucks. And or using an algorithm. It sucks. I do not give you guys algorithms that suck. If I give you one, if we're trading something that starts to suck, I get rid of it. That's how it works in portfolio trading. You have a portfolio of automations. Joshua says, use trade 3 on gold. I think that's what I have it set at right now. Once we get out of this gold, speaking of that, we will look at that. Joshua says, almost 10 live watchers. It's a record. I don't know why. Who's watching? Let me see here. Yeah, you must. That was 10 for like 2 seconds, and then they're all gone. People love to watch the replay. So check this out. Let's look at the numbers here. I don't believe there are any hedges in play right now. That shows you, and you know the market's pretty slow. So that means it's done about a $3,000 profit, I think, in the last week. We'll look at how long I've had this going. And it's at a 4,000 margin percent level. Every pair in play right now, again, be careful. It's extremely slow. Don't get too excited from this. But let me see if there's any. So if you look at AUD, CAD, I'll pull this up on the screen. It's all buys. So there's no hedge going on there. I think I've got this to start hedging at 4 or 5, right? So AUD, NZD, all sells. There's no hedge there. No hedge there. GBP USD, no hedge there. NZD CAD, a bunch of buys. No, sorry, NZD JPY, USD CHF. There's just not enough trades in any of these to have a hedge from what I can see. So it's what the algo would normally do. Now, when you go look at the results here, it has closed $205 overnight. That's more indicative of the market being kind of slow. Again, this is a test account. I'm pushing the daylights out of it. I had an NZD CAD, I believe. We can kind of look back at it in the history. So for the week, $2,319 on a 10K account, trading the entire algorithm at a 0.07 lot size with auto hedge engaged. NZD CAD, I don't know if we'll be able to see it here. The trades will probably be all separated. I'm pretty sure it was NZD CAD. Let's look back here. Was it NZD CAD? This thing trades a lot. Trades a lot. Yeah, we're probably not going to see it. Maybe it was NZD USD. I think it was. And yeah, it was NZD USD because you can see the bids come out at a 0.07. It got up to a 0.77. And if I look at that trade there, that was, you can see the comment, OPP trade. But what's interesting is, check this out. This next one is a hedge. Okay. So check this out. So this one up here was the standard algorithm trade. And I shouldn't call it, it's not an OPP trade. I left that comment in there. It's getting all of this, not one profitable pair. It's getting all of the pairs from my algorithm. I probably should change that comment. But here is the auto hedge on that trade. Okay. And this was all automated. I didn't touch any of it. So it made a $279 profit on this trade, but it was hedging because it wasn't sure. So it took a $154 loss. That is still a net profit. Automated is the key here. Automated account level protection. An account like this will potentially, on a daily basis, down here, let's go back to the day, it could show a $205 loss. I saw it having at least a several $100 loss. And then NZD CAD closed. There was a bunch of hedges that were profitable on it. It closed at a $530 total net profit. Even though inside of that cycle, it had closed down some hedges and took some losses. You have to be okay with that. I am absolutely okay with a basket of trades closing and getting a net profit while I was holding a loss for half the day or a day or whatever. I don't care because it's not really a loss. I can see what the algorithm's doing. I can see that these things are going to close in profit and overcome dynamically any hedge that I might have to automatically get out of. So just sharing results with you here. This is all really good stuff. This is all really, really good stuff. I'll give you, I want to run some data on AUD JPY that happened this year. I want to run it at a 0.01 lot size and see how large of an account you would have needed to survive that downturn. Probably something really large. However, that doesn't bother me too much because if you were trading, if you had a portfolio of trading and you had a 5K account on AUD JPY, but auto hedge was built into that, which it would be if I was sending that out as a portfolio trade, then the likelihood of surviving that insane of a push would be extremely high. And in fact, the numbers would be insane. Yet you could potentially, with auto hedging, have a 5K account that's $15,000 in drawdown. What? $15,000 in drawdown, and the margin level percent is 500, and it comes all the way back, and you end with, instead of a $5,000 account, you end with a $9,000 account because of that crazy of a push and the hedge profits. Very possible. Very possible. Or anything in between there, right? Certainly no promise. So let's go look at gold real quick. let's see which gold I want to. I'm going to let's go look at the actual. Let's look at the algo, the trade that I send out. Looking. Here it is. So I'm just going to pull up the chart. There's no really sense in seeing the trade per se. It's more so kind of what the price is doing. Let's start with the day chart. I'll share this with you. Remember I said, if we end the week on an up note, speculators have said it will continue in that fashion. That feels pretty good. Okay. I'm not happy with what gold did, but gold didn't do any. Put it this way, my algorithm didn't do anything but trade it. Okay. The entire market took a crap because of the FOMC, the news release, the live where the Feds reduced the interest rate, which would have caused an upward probably movement. But then they said, we're only doing 2 rate cuts next year instead of 4. That's basically, and the market went, what? Boom. Which is, it was already, look, we entered some buys up here and look where it, down here was the news. Here's what happened with the news. And now we've gotten some retracement. So it's all good. If you hedged, you're hanging in there. I hedged and I'm hanging in there. I hedged down in these areas. I wish I had hedged up here. Hence, auto hedge will be coming on all future gold trades. But I'm also going to make suggestions that you need to trade gold at a 0.01 lot size. You probably need a 20K account. It's just realistic. I mean, look at the feed here. I'll show you the trades. Look at the feed. The feed itself at a 0.01 lot size is a $1,300 drawdown. The only reason I mention that is because the fucking margin level percent doesn't matter here. But, your 5K account would absolutely handle this. Wouldn't be comfortable, especially if it went farther against us. Would auto hedging help this? Certainly would and will. So this is not my algorithm doing some sort of bad, nefarious thing to you. This is the market taking a crap. That's it. I've posted videos that I saw to, TikTok and YouTube to support that. I posted those in the group. This took some people out and kind of fucked up their holidays. Don't think I don't take that to heart, right? I don't want that to happen to you. How do I get that to not happen to you? I become the guy that espouses and drives you toward the portfolio level. And speaking of that, here's the vision of the future. The level will be, initial level will be OPP auto hedge. That will be a monthly fee or a basic license fee. That's what you'll have access to. It's the best. It's the one that protects the tiny investors, and a lot of people are tiny investors. That's fine. I want to protect you. If you want to go to the next level is a license only at portfolio level. I'm going to provide all of the good, the great automated algorithms that I have in a portfolio. I'm going to suggest you put a minimum of X dollars based off of my history testing. I'm going to suggest you put a minimum of X dollars on those and you trade at the lowest lot size. So you can survive the year, get to the end of the year, have your original balance, plus a percentage of profit. And the smart thing to do is pull it out weekly, bi-weekly, and hold it in Bitcoin. That's my opinion. If you don't like Bitcoin and you believe in Sasquatch and aliens, then please go take those Forex profits and put them in gold or a mutual fund or S&P 500. It's not investment advice. It's what you should do. It's probably what you should do. Or maybe you shouldn't do it. I don't know. But if you're into this kind of stuff, that's what I'm doing. And I think I'm doing pretty well. I'm living my best life. I'm happy as all get out. I sleep very well at night. Do you need any more? I don't know. Maybe you do. Maybe you need a stripper pole at your house. Hey, I've done that before. I don't know what you need, but there's certainly nothing I'm saying that's bad for you. It can only be bad for you if you're that crazy whack job that opens up a $500 live account and starts bidding $1 per pip on gold. I see you do it. I watch you do it. I give you 10 screenshots right now of people doing it. I'm like, probably shouldn't do that. We don't understand, Terry. I got bills due. I'm like, well, then go get a second job or sell something or minimalize your life. Like, what are you doing? Forex isn't the answer. You want to make big bucks? How do I say this properly? I'm being more tongue-in-cheek than anything when I say you want to make big bucks. What's the best way for me to approach this? If you'd like, how about we do it this way? Instead of simple words, I'll make it a little more complicated. If you'd like to end up at the end of 12 months with the exact same balance that you have plus a profit in Forex, trade my algorithm at a minimum lot size, promote my system as an affiliate. There's a lot more profit in promoting the system as an affiliate than there is trying to trade your account, a small account, at a level that would equal the amount you could make promoting as an affiliate. I'm not saying you should do that. It's damn good, solid advice. I know. People are like, this guy's fucking crazy. You're right, I am. I just heard... That was a message. I think that's it. Pause one more time, see if there's any other account I want to show you. It's the end of the week. Christmas is next week. We looked at all of that. Looked at that. I don't think there's any other accounts I need to show you. Let me look at one thing, see if it's worth showing. Not really. Even the 10 pip hybrid, if you're curious, feed is basically stuck in sideways movement on AUD CAD. So the coming year, I think, is going to be the best iteration of what I'm doing. I will always attempt to make it better, but we're going to move towards the designations I said, where you got the OPP, auto hedge, basically an auto managed account at the first level, portfolio level, and then I'm going to be adding a third level, which I don't really have a name for, but it'd be a much more personalized consultation level, where when you come in, we do this stuff. I fly to your hometown, I fly to your house, we meet somewhere, we hang out for the week, and we do all of this stuff one-on-one. And it's a much better way to learn, but obviously there's huge limitations on me being able to do that, and I'm not going to travel every week of the year, but that will be something that I offer, because I think it's a level of value that you're not going to get anywhere else. You learn a lot by being in front of someone and being able to conversate back and forth, instead of like these lives. I'm dictating to you, right? There's not a lot of interaction. Much better opportunity to sit across from someone and see this stuff built and done and handled in real time. So a week's a good amount of time to learn that stuff. So anyway, I'll stop there. Happy Friday. Market closes in 3 or 4 hours from now. I really don't even, I always look at this. I always go to the time. So right now, New York is nearly 3 o'clock. Wow, it's late. And Phoenix is 12:45. Yeah, I got a late start today. Don't judge. That's it. I'll see you guys starting again Monday, and then of course holidays next week. Don't expect a lot of movement from the market. So I'll see you then. See you in the group. Take care.
Thank you for joining us on the Forex Trading Daily Live Show. Get access to all of the free trades with full auto trading at fxwithterry.com. Be sure to subscribe and get notified of the daily live stream. And get ready for your next profitable Forex trade.